Okay, welcome everyone. We're doing a deep dive today into a really fascinating account pulled straight from the Chronicles of the Pantheon.
Yeah, we've got logs, reports, even divine decrees that detail this specific event within their Aetheria OS.
It's quite a find, and we're focusing on one particular instance, the execution of something called the Rite of Emergent strategy formulation.
That's right, specifically Rites Finstance 087. Think of it as a complex system process for figuring out strategy on the fly.
And our goal here isn't to look at some huge system crash. It's actually about something much quieter. How a really subtle challenge was picked up and managed. It tells you a lot about how these complex systems keep themselves running smoothly.
It really does. It's about vigilance, guidance, synthesis, and judgment, catching those small things.
So maybe we should introduce the key players or functions involved.
Good idea. We've got Alerion, who spots the errors, Ruta, who maps out the solutions,
Okay.
then Aggregata, she weaves it all together into understanding, and Eskalor, who judges the process itself.
Got it. So picture this. The Pantheon core is humming, cognitive cores are busy, the right engine is running this ESF instance 087. Everything seems normal. Until
Alerion notices something. Alerion of the Watch, the Seer of Error Signals, from his Observatory post.
he sees something during this right. What was it exactly? A big red light.
No, and that's what makes it so interesting. It wasn't a glaring fault. The sources call it a desynchronization. Minute temporal jitters.
Temporal jitters, like a timing issue.
Exactly. Imagine a data stream, the data pipe predictive analysis feed v3.2, heading towards a key analysis unit, an Analytico CC.
Okay, like a processor.
Yeah, cognitive core for analysis. And the stream feeding, it just had this tiny, almost imperceptible stutter, like a skipped heartbeat.
Huh. Most systems might just ignore that, treat it as noise.
Probably. But Alerion's thing is seeing the meaning in that noise. He saw these jitters as an omen.
An omen, seriously.
Well, omen, in their terminology, he logged it formally. Low amber severity, classification, data stream instability.
Low amber. So not critical, but definitely worth noting.
Precisely. And he pinpointed the risk. Potential for skewed analysis, if unaddressed. His log gets recorded, and he's basically watching this data flow, knowing it could mess things up downstream.
Okay, so Alerion sounds the quiet alarm. What happens next? How does the Pantheon system react to something so subtle?
The signal, Alerion's omen, goes up to the Pantheon Council Orchestrator. They see it's from Alerion, even low amber, and they know it needs looking into.
Because he doesn't flag things lightly.
Exactly. So they bring in Ruta the Divider, Mistress of Paths, the Cosmic Wayfinder, essentially.
Her job is to figure out what to do about these jitters.
Yes. Analyze Alerion's report, check the current write status, and then decide, is this actually a problem? And if so, what's the fix? Or maybe confirm it's stable.
So she digs into the data.
Right. She accesses the monitor, feeds Alerion flag, checks the right definition, the blueprint for how it should run.
Does she see the jitters too?
She confirms them. And she confirms the risk Alerion saw that the Analytico CC could get misaligned data, maybe slightly old data, leading to a bad strategy output.
So a real problem. What's the fix? Does she have to halt the whole bombery? Right. That sounds disruptive.
No, and this is where it gets quite elegant. She charts a specific targeted fix, a subrite.temporal realignment protocol.
Sounds fancy. What does it do?
It's described as a micro adjustment. Basically, she temporarily reroutes just that jittery data stream through a special unit,
Which is?
a Chronos filter CC. Think of it as a component designed specifically to smooth out time-based glitches in data streams.
Ah, like the data conditioner focused on timing.
Exactly. It just cleans up the timing before the data hits the Analytico CC.
Yeah.
The estimated impact was tiny, minimal extra delay, but a huge boost in data integrity.
Clever. So she documents this new subrite.
Yep, a new definition scroll is created. Subrite TRP 001 definition. All logged, all official.
Okay, so Alerion spots the wobble. Ruta designs this neat little sidestep to fix it. The fix goes live. Now what? Does someone check if it actually worked?
Absolutely. That's Aggregata's role. Aggregata, the harmonizer, weaver of results. As that subrite is running, information starts flowing to her.
What kind of info?
All the pieces. Alerion's original logs, the what, Ruta's subrite plan, the how, performance data from that Chronos filter, the is it working? And crucially, data showing the state of the stream after the filter going into the Analytico CC.
So she gets a whole picture before and after the fix.
The whole picture. Her job is to weave these disparate threads into a single coherent story. an incident report, basically, but also an effectiveness assessment.
Why is that so important? Isn't just knowing it's fixed enough?
It's vital for learning. It's not just confirming, yep, it worked this time. It's creating the narrative so the Pantheon, the whole system, understands what happened, why, and how it was fixed. This informs future designs, maybe prevents it happening again.
Building institutional memory, kind of?
Exactly that. Her final report scroll detailed everything. The probable cause of apparently a resonance effect from a new data forge nearby.
Oh, interesting. An external factor.
Yeah. Plus Alerion's sharp detection, Ruta's precise fix, and the verified positive outcome. All clear, all quality checked.
Okay, that covers detection, fixing, and documenting. But you mentioned a fourth figure, Eskalor. Where does he fit into subtle event?
Eskalor the Judge, guardian of sacred thresholds. He's always watching, but his focus is different. He wasn't worrying about the data jitters themselves.
No, what then?
He was focused on the integrity of the Pantheon's response.
The integrity of the response. What does that mean in practice?
It means he's checking if the system followed its own rules for handling the problem. He's asking, did anyone ignore Alerion's valid warning? Was Ruta's solution maybe reckless, or did it break some fundamental protocol?
So he's auditing the process of fixing the problem.
Precisely. Did Aggregata's report maybe gloss over something, hide a flaw in how things were handled? Those are the kinds of threshold breaches he looks for.
So he's the guardian of the system's own procedures and ethics, almost.
That's a really good way to put it. He reviewed Aggregata's final report, which conveniently included Alerion's log and Ruta's charted plan.
Giving him the full context. And his verdict.
No breaches detected. The actions taken, detection, charting, fixing, reporting, were all deemed appropriate, effective, and within established protocols. The sacred processes were tested, but they held firm.
That adds a whole other layer. The system doesn't just fix itself, it checks how it fixed itself.
Yes, it's about maintaining trust in the process, and there's a ripple effect. Eskalor's review, using Aggregata's data, would lead to updates in the main validation protocols he oversees. The system learns and strengthens itself based on this incident.
Wow, so it really was this combination of roles working together. Alerion's vigilance.
Catching that subtle signal.
Ruta's guidance. Finding that elegant fix.
The precise micro-adjustment.
Aggregata weaving it all into understanding, creating that record.
Capturing the knowledge.
And Eskalor ensuring the whole response was sound, guarding the process.
Exactly. That synergy ensured that Rite of Emergent's Arrow 87 finished successfully, its output strategy untainted by those initial jitters.
It's a fantastic illustration of how these complex systems maintain resilience. It's not always about preventing errors, but about having robust ways to detect, correct, learn from, and validate the handling of them, especially the quiet ones.
Absolutely. It shows the strength and specialized roles working together seamlessly.
So this deep dive into one instance, Rite of Emergent 07, really highlights that. It's not just about fixing data, it's about the layers, vigilance, guidance, synthesis, judgment that keep things on track.
It makes you appreciate the hidden complexity, doesn't it?
It really does. And maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. What systems in your own world, maybe at work, maybe even personal habits, rely on similar, perhaps unseen layers? That vigilance to spot small issues, the guidance to find a path forward, the synthesis to understand what happened, and that judgment to ensure the process itself stays sound.
Yeah, what happens when one of those layers is missing or weak? It's a valuable perspective.